You know that wonderful feeling when you discover an amazing movie nobody's talking about? Like you've found buried treasure? Well, I've got 15 of them for you today, all from the 1960s. Here's the thing. Some movies become legends. Others, they simply vanish. The 1960s was producing incredible films left and right, but somehow these absolute gems got completely buried. Point Blank 1967 gave us what might be the coolest revenge film nobody talks about. A man gets double-crossed, abandoned to perish, right? But he comes back. And here's what's fascinating. He doesn't want justice. He doesn't want redemption. He just wants his money back.
What do you really want?
I really want my money.
Lee Marvin barely speaks a word, but every movement radiates menace. He's not just hunting down the people who betrayed him. He's moving through this strange, dreamlike world where nothing feels solid. Is he alive? Gone? Is he some kind of unstoppable force of vengeance? The film never quite tells us. John Boorman took what could have been a basic crime story and transformed it into this hypnotic, mind-bending experience. And here's what's remarkable. Point Blank's influence is everywhere. From Drive to John Wick.
Thinking I'm back.
They all owe a debt to this film. Yet somehow the original remains largely forgotten. That ice-cold style, that brutal efficiency, still powerful as ever. Failsafe, 1964. And I have to tell you, there's no humor here. No jokes, just pure bone-chilling terror. While Dr. Strangelove was finding dark comedy in nuclear war, Failsafe presented it as a waking nightmare that could happen tomorrow. Here's the setup. One technical glitch. That's all. One small mistake, and suddenly American bombers are heading for Moscow with no way to call them back. Henry Fonda plays the president, and he's faced with impossible choices. Negotiate? Sacrifice something unthinkable? Or watch the world burn?
What do we do, Mr. Chairman? What do we say to the dead?
Every second in this film increases the tension. Black and white cinematography, incredibly tight close-ups. You feel trapped in that bunker with them. No soundtrack to soften the blow. Just ticking clocks, panicked voices, and that sick feeling that we're all one mistake away from catastrophe. Why did this masterpiece get overlooked? It came out the same year as Dr. Strangelove. Kubrick's dark comedy captured all the attention. But watch Failsafe now. It's more terrifying than ever. Because this warning was never meant to be funny. The Swimmer 1968 brings us something unexpected.
If I take a sort of a dog leg to the southwest, I can swim home.
A middle-aged man decides he's going to swim home through all his neighbors' pools. Sounds like a pleasant summer adventure, doesn't it? But no, it's actually a devastating examination of the American dream. Burt Lancaster delivers perhaps his most vulnerable performance as Ned Merrill, this man with a bright smile who slowly falls apart as he moves from pool to pool. Lancaster channels all these fears about aging and becoming irrelevant directly into the role. It's remarkably intense. Frank Perry adapted John Cheever's haunting story into this surreal journey through suburbia that strips away the glossy surface of 1960s prosperity. Each pool, each awkward encounter with old friends reveals more cracks in Ned's story. His memories don't match reality. People react strangely to him. By the end, you realize this isn't about swimming at all. It's a complete psychological unraveling. The Swimmer remains one of the most honest portrayals of midlife crisis ever filmed. No easy answers. No redemption. Just one haunting question. What happens when the American dream becomes a nightmare you can't escape?